Hello, all you imps, pixies, and other fine fey folk. It's me, Michelle, the Hobby Hobbit. This is a channel where we play with different kinds of artsy craftsy things, but we are master of none. To those of you who have just wandered across my channel, hi, how are you? I would love it if you would consider giving me a like and a subscribe. It helps my baby channel grow. To those of you who have come back, hi, how are you? How you doing? Welcome back. Right, I have a whole list of people that have small little baby channels like me that I would really love if you would consider going over there and giving them some Hobbit love. It's in my description box as always. These are the Etsy shops that I am championing right now. Championing. Like my little say-so does a whole lot of help, let me tell you. Anyways, I really, really like these shops. My Scrap Cabin shop, this is where I get those beautiful seam bindings. They're so delicious, you guys. They're so pretty. Go check her out. Fabby Art Studios, all of those beautiful, beautiful printables that I shared Monday? No. Yes, Tuesday? That's from this shop here. And then June Vintage Paper by Design. She doesn't list everything she has, but if you're looking for something, send her a message. Chances are that she has it. She knows how to make it or knows where to get it for you. Additionally, June is giving 10% off for anyone who purchases more than $25 in her shop. And I would ask that you give all of these guys, if you do go over there, tell them the Hobby Hobbit sent you so that they know where you're getting your information from. All right, so today is Temu Tuesday. Hashtag Temu Tuesday. Hashtag Temu Tuesday collab. And hashtag newbietemutuesday. So today's prompt is die cuts. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's also the metal dies and die cuts. So we're going to play with die cuts today. And I have to show you, since it is Temu Tuesday, look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Is it not so cute? It's a little bitty baby die cut machine. Oh, it's so cute. I can't stand it. It's so cute. I can't stand it. So these are dies that I just got in today from Temu. So we're going to use these on this on this. Yeah? We're going to pitter patter. Let's get at her. Yeah? So I wanted to do the bigger ones first just because I have such a struggle with this machine. It and I do not like to necessarily connect well together. We don't play well with strangers. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so what I want to do is, I've got an idea in mind. I'm dropping everything on my foot. It's like 900 degrees in this house. And I'm dropping things. Okay, I for sure want one of those that I've dropped. I thought I had some brown. Is that brown? Hold on, what's this? Ah, there's the brown. Okay. This is white. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. And I got some tan. So, just to share with you guys, my mom has been in the hospital on Saturday morning at 2 o'clock in the morning. She called for me. So I went to her room and she was extremely dizzy. Said she needed to go to the ER, so I took her. It was crazy in the ER, so she didn't get as much care as I would have preferred, but there were some serious issues going on. And I know they were like trying to do the triage, and they're like, oh, just dizziness versus a motorcycle accident I heard come in. And another lady who I think was maybe in the starts of dementia, who had fallen and had hurt herself. So I understand where they're coming from in that they do need to take care of these individuals because there are injuries involved. Long story short, after a CT scan and some other scanning, my mom was discharged, and they just basically said that it was likely vertigo. So I monitor her basically all day Saturday when I'm home, checking on her, making sure she's doing okay. Yeah, she's doing fine. Sunday rolls around and she leans down to pick up some trash off of her floor and becomes extremely dizzy. and feels like she's going to fall over again. So that's me saying, okay, well, we're going to be going back to the ER, aren't we? And she's like, well, I don't know. And I'm like, Mom, this is 7 o'clock at night. I'm like, Mom, I'd really not be there until 1 o'clock in the morning. If you need to go, let's go. So we managed to amble on, and we get to the ER, and they run a repeat CT scan on her, and they do a repeat lab work and everything. And it's much busier Sunday night. The lobby is packed and the rooms are packed. We went from room 12 to room 30 something, 36 I think it was, on the ER floor. And that's just gonna fit. Okay, that's fine. So we end up, she does repeat labs. We have to have her have another CAT scan. This time it's going to be with contrast. About 12:30, they come in, the doctor comes in and tells me he's going, the hospitalist on staff is going to admit her, and that she's probably going to have an MRI the next day. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess I'll be going home so I can try and work the next day, you know, because I have to be up and on the road by 6:45. Well, then the hospitalist comes in, examines her, and says, well, I'm going to get you in for an MRI within the next 2 hours. So I'm like, well, guess I'm not going home to get some sleep. So the nurse comes in, and I'm talking to her and tell her that, you know, well, the doctor said he was going to order an MRI for my mom in the next 2 hours. And she goes, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, that's what he said. So she goes, well, that's unusual. Okay, well, let me look and see if he's ordered it. It takes a while sometimes for it to show up in the records. Okay, sure, no problem. You know, let's pitter patter, let's get at her. Let's do it, you know. So she said, well, do you want me to find you a more comfortable chair? Because these chairs were horrendous. I was sore. I was aching from 2 days sitting on these hard chairs. Really uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, that would be fantastic if you could. So, and she goes, yeah, we're admitting her. It's going to take a little bit. We've got 6 people ahead of her, and they don't have any rooms right now. I said, okay. So 3 hours later, there is, well, not 3 hours, but in the meantime, during the next 3 hours, there's some guy who is screaming his head off, top of his lungs. There's a kid that's screaming his head off, laughing about it, and running all over the hallways. Enough so that Grandma comes down and says, I can hear you down the hall, quit it. And the mom goes, oh, ha ha, that's embarrassing. And I thought, yeah, ha ha, it's annoying too. But I didn't say anything. You know, this is me. I'm getting tired. I'm getting extremely tired, so I'm getting extremely angry is what's happening, and I'm trying not to be angry. My mom, bless her heart, every time the blood pressure machine goes off, she wants me to tell her what it is, and it's beeping, which means it's high. And I'm like, Mom, you don't need to worry about that. We're worrying about your head right now. We're worrying, or not your head, we're worrying about the dizziness right now. So don't worry about your blood pressure. Well, every time she wanted me to get up so that I could then go and look and see what her blood pressure was. So I did, and I'd tell her, and every single time it would be just as I'd sit down and just as I'd finally start to get comfortable on this uncomfortable chair that she would ask me for that. For those of you who don't know, I go back and forth because sometimes these dies don't always cut very well. So that's why I'm going back and forth several times so that I can make sure I get a nice clean cut. Just like that. Yeah, baby. Just like that. Okay, so then I could use that too. I may keep that. That's a good little piece. Yep. Anyway, so then, you know, I'm up and down with my mom, up and down with my mom, up and down with my mom. Grandma comes back in again, or no, not grandma. The kid is still running up and down the halls, whatever. Doctor never comes back in. We're not getting this MRI ordered. They've not come to get her. It's been 3 hours. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the nurse's station because my mom's trying to sleep. I'm not sleeping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm supposed to be up at 6 so I can leave by 6:42 to get to work an hour and a half, well, almost an hour and a half away. So I'm not in good spirits. So I go to the nurse's station and I'm like, okay, I've got 3 questions. 1, where's the comfortable chair you were going to find for me? 2, do we have any news on when my mom's getting her MRI? And 3, do we know when she's going to get a room? Because she's supposed to be admitted. Well, she is technically admitted. It's just we don't have a room, so they've admitted her to the ER. Huh. How about that? I thought you left. So, yeah, I couldn't find a chair earlier, but I thought you left. Well, I clearly didn't. Well, I'll try and find another one for you. Okay, that would be fantastic. Thank you. As far as the MRI, he didn't order it stat, so it's going to be tomorrow sometime. Sometime between 5 and 7:30 they usually start. And they'll call us and let us know when they're ready for her. Great. So I've stayed here 3 hours longer than I wanted to, so that I could wait for this MRI and talk about the results, because I am the primary person in the family that talks about the results with the doctors for my mom. Oh, well, yeah, haha. Okay, great. 5:18 in the morning, they finally get a room for her. 5:18. Obviously, by now, I'm waiting until 6 a.m. so that I can call off, because there's no way that I can function going and pulling an all-nighter and then having to drive an hour and a half or so to get to work 8 hours, drive an hour and a half back, and then come and sit with mom again. I just can't do it. I'm so exhausted that I can't. Bug! I'm so exhausted that I can't even function and put 2 and 2 together in my head right now. So as we're checking mom in, the nurse, I kid you not, oh my gosh, I was like, this is the wrong day to play with me, lady. Hold on, I've got to let this cat in before she drives me crazy. Come on, nosy. Yes, you're nosy. You're a nosy girl. You're going to scratch to want to go back out in a minute. I know you are. Anyways, so the nurse is checking my mom in. And my mom is deaf and blind on her left side. And she's about 50% deaf and blind on her right side. And the nurse is asking questions. And my mom's looking at her like, what? And so she asked my mom if she's diabetic. And I said, no, she's not. She ignored me, looked at my mom and said, are you diabetic? Oh my God. I almost came completely unglued on this woman. I'm like, clearly I'm a family member or someone who's important to her, because I've come up here from being with her all night. She was nice to my mom, smiled at my mom, called her sweetie and stuff, and that's the only reason why I did not go off on this woman. Anyways, long story short, my mom has something, and I think this is the term, forgive me if I'm wrong, osteostasis hypertension. They did a test while I went home for my 2-hour nap. I went home, and then they did all this testing on my mom without me there. And a neurologist came in, and this person came in, and that person came in, and I'm like, well, that's about typical. That freaking figures, doesn't it? So they come in, and excuse me, they come in. I'm trying to find another cute little sheet of paper that I can use for this. Bear with me here. I want something cutesy. I'm sorry, give me just a moment, guys. That is definitely not cutesy. What if we used, let's just use some of this. This will work. This is pretty enough. So they came in, they had my mom do some tests. Basically what they had my mom do is they had her sit down or lay down, or she was laying down. They had her sit up and they took her blood pressure. Then from sitting to standing, they took her blood pressure. And so they determined that she has this orthostasis hypertension, meaning her blood pressure dropped 20 points when she stood up from sitting down. Not good. So, oh, I like that. That's the one we're going to use. So, not good. On top of that, the neurosurgeon thought that she could possibly have ear crystals. And the thing that irritates me is this whole time through the ER, no one looked in her ears. No one touched her face. It could have been sinusitis. It could have been allergies. It could have been an ear infection. Nobody is looking at her. They're just asking her questions and ordering tests. I'm like, what the freak, people? Anyways, so they've got my mom. I'm just checking my sizing here. I reckon in half will work. So they've got my mom, and they've done this test, and then someone mentions to my mom about ear crystals. Mom doesn't understand who or know who it was who mentioned. She's just like, oh, someone did. Oh, great. Okay, well, I guess we're going to look into ear crystals too. My friend has them. I know there are exercises. I guess I'm going to learn the exercises, and we're going to go from there. No problem. I got you, Mom. Well, when they finally, okay, I got back from my nap. I had to go and pick up my mom's car because it had been taken to the shop on Saturday. We got it figured out, got it fixed. So that was that. Great news, you know, hurrah. Mom's car is fixed. Well, I get back. I actually had an hour-and-a-half nap. Oh, shoot, I needed to have that still out. Had an hour-and-a-half nap, and I get back. Mom's telling me that she's been seen by a neurosurgeon, and she's had this person come and that person come. And I'm like, there must be some kind of sonar on the floor that detonates somewhere to let them know the minute a family member leaves. Because I've not once, I don't think, been able to talk to a doctor when my mom is in the hospital. There's got to be some kind of hoodoo involved. That's all there is to it. Anyways, 11:30, they finally come to pick up my mom for her MRI. No, we get word they're going to do the MRI at 11:30. Mom's been dozing, so she's feeling a little more rested than I am, and she's asking me questions and doing this. I'm like, Mom, please, I just want to rest quietly. I just want to chill. And she's asking me questions this and wants me to get up and change her TV channel. And oh, I love you, Mom. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Anyways, so we're dealing with this. You know, they come, they give her some, that's not going to be wide enough. Okay, they come and they gave her, because she got convinced that she was afraid to go into an MRI. I'm not going to say who convinced her, but she got convinced because of somebody else. And I'm like, Mom, you've had one before. I've had them. They're not that bad. It's okay. Oh, I just don't know. So they gave her a medicine to help her, which did help her. She started chilling out and relaxing. You know, that's fine. That's great. She comes back and she's like, that wasn't so bad. I'm like, I told you, Mom, you've had them before. They didn't bother you before. So the nurse comes in a little bit later and she's kind of telling me the results of Mom's MRI. She had a small stroke. It wasn't a major one because through the entire time they'd been doing stroke testing, checking her eyes for different dilations. They were having her move her face, smile at them, talk to them. They were having her push down and pull up or, you know, press up with her hands and her feet. So everything had come back fine. And since it was so small, they're just going to be adding some baby aspirin to her medicine list. Now, on top of that, they have decided that kind of in conjunction with this mini stroke and then the hyperstasis or osteostasis hypertension, that's likely what's causing the dizziness. So I'm thinking at this point that they're probably rolled out ear crystals, you know. Well, after my brother comes home yesterday so that I can go home and get some sleep, 3 o'clock I went to bed, or 3:30 I think it was. Maybe it was 4 o'clock. I can't remember. Somewhere in that time frame. I went to bed. I took a melatonin and I said, I am not getting back up unless my brother comes home and wakes me or there's a fire, basically was my response to everything. And I did not get up until my brother did come home at 7. I got up. I talked to him for a minute to see how Mom was doing. Then I went back to bed. I woke up, I think, at like 2:30 or something because I had to go to the bathroom. And again at like 5:30 because I had to go to the bathroom. After that, I was just like, I was out of it. So I was exhausted. I feel like the writing goes this way, so we're going to do that. So yeah, I was completely exhausted and had to go back to work today. We thought Mom was going to be coming home today, and apparently they are now her cardiologist. Oh, and they were going to send her home also with a event monitor. She's had one before, but this time they were going to have her wear it for 30 days instead of 2 weeks. Well, now my mom is questioning why she needs to wear that because her heart's good. Well, your heart's not good. You still have a blood pressure drop whenever you stand up from sitting down. So that's not good. And she wanted me to come and visit her tonight, you know, after working so long, but I did. The staff there says she needs to have home help because of where I'm working now and my brother being out of town. So I am now in a mad rush to try and clean this house top to bottom, back to front. My brother will not help me with that. He has his reasons for it. So yeah, I'm filming this video real quick while I'm resting my back so that I can then get up and mop because I've swept the hallway. Now I need to mop the hallway and wash the walls tonight before I go to bed. So yeah, that's kind of my night planned for me. So she still thinks that, well, she said that she's got to go to rehab 5 days a week. And that my friend would have to take her. I'm like, Mom, she can't. She helps, but she can't. She's got a son in college, a son who works and doesn't drive, and she's got a daughter in high school. She can't just be at our beck and call like she used to be. Plus, she's got her own parents to worry about. Oh, well, I guess my home help will have to take me. Wait, what about home help? So that's when I found out about that. My brother had talked about how he wanted home help while he was gone so that someone could come in and check on Mom. But I'm like, Mom, I'm like, I got to go so I can go clean the house. And she's like, oh, they'll do that. No, they won't. They might prepare your meals. They'll administer your meds, but I'm not for sure that they're going to clean your house for you, you know? So I've got a nice little week planned for myself that I didn't have. So if you don't see videos for me over the next week or two, it's because I am deep cleaning this house, top to bottom, front to back, left to right, in prep for people coming in every day to help my mom. Yeah. So I may be on hiatus for a couple weeks. So yeah, I hope you guys don't decide to abandon me for that period of time. Anyways, that's kind of my excitement for the weekend. Okay, so this did come with this little bitty thing here. I don't know if I want to cut something out or not, because that would go, basically, you could cut out a little patch and put it there, and I don't think I want to with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. And since I told my sad, sad tale, we'll do more instructions with the next set of dice. Or dies, not dice. Right, I'm going to put this bad boy up. Okay. Wiggle it, it goes up. Wiggle it, it comes up. Push. click that and mark it that way. Okay, these two go clear back in there. Ooh, oof. This goes clear back in there. Oof. Right, now let's get the little super cute one out. Okay. This is so cute, you guys. Oh, I love it so much. Right, okay, so this one's super cute. And it didn't have near the conditioning that my Sizzix did. I don't know if you guys have ever gone back and watched my disaster video of using the die machine for the first time. It was cutting into the things. I've never watched a video on how to do them, and so I didn't know anything about it. I truly did not. I went into it completely no knowledge, nothing, and learned quite a bit about myself and my expectations. Lessons were learned. I did go back and watch videos after that. These were dies that I got from Temu. Metal dies. And die cuts are what we're making from the dies, for those of you that didn't know. Took me a hot minute to learn that little tidbit. Why, yes, it did. Rightio, I'm just going to do these two cuties right here. I have learned that washi tape is your best friend when it comes to dies because they will slide all over creation. And it's so irritating. Okay, so I'm not going to use that one, but I am going to use these. So what I do, you just put your little bit of material down. You put them face down. So like this is what you're going to cut. You want it face down. And then you're just going to, oh, see, now I said that they didn't crackle and pop, and it's going to now. Snap, crackle, pop. And like I said, these Temu dies aren't, ooh, the greatest, sharpest ones. So I definitely run over it a couple times to make sure that it's cut, and it does appear to have. Yes. Yes, queen. It's cut. Look how cute those are. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? So cute. So cute. Okay. So I wanted to show you kind of both of the little dies machines that I have. The big one and then the little one. This one stays on my desk, so when I have little dies that I want to cut, it's right there. Like, for example, if I wanted to cut, I might as well since I've got it out. Some of these, I think I'm going to. Will it fit on here? Well, yes, it will. Will it fit on here? Not all the way. I don't want to break them apart. Well, no, I'm not going to do it then. Okay. I can always do it later because this stays on my desk because it's too cute not to. Right. So what I was thinking and what I had in mind with these, I'm just going to do one on camera because I really do have to get back to work. What I want to do is I'm just going to put this like this, glue around it, and then we've got a 3-tuck tag. Yeah. So bear with me here. Or 3-pocket, I guess, not 3-tuck. 3-pocket tag. Oh, I can do all 3, I guess. Sure, let's make 3. Why not? Okay, I'm going to use my Elmer's glue with my dingle dangle dangle. Da, 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 da. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to glue around this here. I should probably get my glue sheet out. And this glue sheet tells me that, maybe someone should like and subscribe. I don't know what exactly it is that's telling me that, but something is saying like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Okay. Again, this is the Elmer's Super Strong or Extra Strength liquid glue. I've just decanted it into a bottle. For those of you who do not know, orange is Elmer's, black is the art glitter, and red is the Michael's Creatology, I think is the name of that brand. I happened to get it on sale one day when I went to Michael's. It was on sale for $3 for a bottle. I bought 3 bottles figuring, well, I'll try it. If I like it, I have 3 bottles. If not, it's only $9 that I've wasted. So turns out I do like it. So I use it quite a bit. Now these have just beaded up a bit. Right, now I am going to pick this up and lay it gently down. I'm trying to see if there's a side. I think that's the side I want. Right here. I'm not going to worry too much because this stuff does dry fairly clear, and I'll wipe off, maybe the excess. In theory, it was a good idea. In theory, she says. Okay, we're going to let that dry. We're going to try it again, but we're going to try and do it a little bit better this time. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Okay. Ooh, I am just wiggle wobbling everywhere on this one. Right here. That's the side I want to use. There we go. Press and squish. Squidge it all out. Squidge it all out. Squidgy, squidgy, squidge it. Okay. Last one. This way. I just ran my finger through the glue, glue, glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. The white stuff. Any 90s fans? Oh, that one brought a tear to my eye. Oh. Okay, so now we have 3 little pockets. Let me get a thinner piece of paper here. Okay, we use the tag. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Anyways, that's my little Temu Tuesday for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I guess I've knocked you guys askew. Until next time, I'll see you then.